Ahoy! And welcome, one and all, to the scariest show on television. Or at least me mum says so. Dead and Buried Treasures. I, of course, am your horror host, Calico Drake, captain of this vessel, and the most honest pirate on the airwaves. Honestly, unlike a myriad of other colleagues of mine who are also pirates, but are much more dishonest. Honestly. But a dishonest pirate who is completely dishonest is still better than no pirate at all. Even the honest ones end up being dishonest, but never trust the dishonest ones who claim to be honest. Honestly. You want me to draw you a map? Good.
Captain, I can't tell you how excited I am for tonight's show.
Yes, I know, Jack. It's one of 2 shows we do each year that actually takes us back to our roots. The roots, of course, being a real renaissance of pirate lore. The first, of course, being the Renaissance Festival itself, held annually in the Pittsburgh area, and of course the second being the Whiskey Rebellion, where we find rum, bourbon, and an assortment of other derelicts and degenerates like myself, living in the 1750s through the early 1800s in nearby Washington, Pennsylvania, just a few short miles from Pittsburgh.
Captain, I'm not too sure they would appreciate you calling them degenerates.
Well, perhaps you're right, Jack. Let me rephrase. Let's see. Yes. These angels celebrate our youth, growing up in the golden age of piracy. Better, right?
Much better, Captain.
But they also provide haunted tales of piracy, ghosts, and the supernatural from such establishments known as the Liberty Pole, where they make a wonderful creamed bourbon, which is the highlight of my day when I'm in port. Oh, there's nothing quite as tasty as that.
Captain? The show?
Oh, yes. The Bradford House, or even the Lemoyne House with drinking tours or drinks during the celebration known as the Whiskey Rebellion. Yes, it's a real thing. Look it up on the Google. Bilge rats.
It's real, Captain?
Absolutely, Jack. The citizens of a small town stood up against the likes of General George Washington about taxing their very own alcohol. That, of course, they made themselves until, of course, Washington marched thousands of troops into town to let the citizens think twice. Not a pretty sight, Jack.
Really, sir?
Oh, yes. These citizens would yell obscenities like, "You bowl like your mama!" And then, of course, the troops appeared and they added, unless, of course, your mama bowls well, in which case you bowl nothing like her. Yes.
How embarrassing.
It was a short war. But it happened just after the Boston Tea Party, so the residents thought they were really on to something. I mean, who could blame them?
The island of dead and buried treasures off the starboard bow, Captain!
Excellent, Mr. Bones. Ready the longboats and the landing party.
What is the movie for tonight, Captain?
A scary one, I'm sure, but not as scary as watching a farmer, armed only with a pitchfork, shaking it toward thousands of armed militants, telling them to get the hell off his lawn with their taxes.
Probably didn't end very well.
Well, I don't know, Jack. Most of them were probably drunk anyway. I mean, it was a whiskey rebellion. Someone had to be drunk, right?
So did you say we were having a theme tonight, Captain?
Oh, yes, indeed, Jack. A horror film that took place near the golden age of piracy itself. And of course, big stars.
Tell me!
Well, before we get to the movie, let's tell the mateys what horrors they will witness this evening. What do you say, Jack?
Sounds good to me.
Tonight, as promised, we set course for the Bradford House in Washington, Pennsylvania, just a few short miles from Pittsburgh. A long-standing reminder of the Whiskey Rebellion that took place there in the 1700s. And you might just need a snort of whiskey when you discover its ghostly tales. The house has its own ghost stories, and we'll take a ghoulish tour as we uncover the supernatural and the shadowy Lemoyne estate as well, also located in Washington, Pennsylvania. All are rumored to be quite haunted.
Disturbing, sir.
Aye, Jack. Some of the stories we hear this evening will chill ye to your core.
These, stories, are they true, sir?
Oh, aye, yes indeed. You see, these homes, Jack, both Bradford and Lemoyne, were once homes that are now dedicated museums, and they've inherited the haunted atmosphere and the aura that goes with them. You see, the homes have a unique history. Part of that history was they were safe houses during the 3-year insurgents known as the Whiskey Rebellion, and some died there, amongst other less documented tales. But that doesn't stop the ghosts, all of who have been seen there for many years.
Spooky. What is the movie that goes with it?
Well, I'm sure that tonight's piece concerns ghosts, a castle, big name stars from the past, and a twist, I'm certain, very much in the vein of Edgar Allan Poe, Jack. Just the thing to brighten up the lore of us simple pirates. Tonight, we present the 1962 film, The Terror, starring horror legend Boris Karloff and film icon Jack Nicholson. What is chilling about tonight's spectacle, Jack, is that it takes place about the same time as the Whiskey Rebellion. So in a way, the mood of both can be extremely alluring. Just add creamed bourbon.
Love it! I can't wait to be scared!
Oh, yes. Oh, well, waiting is probably the one thing You won't have to do, me feathered friend. Directed by the master of horror films of the era, Roger Corman, prepare yourself, me fiends. Are you ready for the terror?